What's going on, everybody? C4 here, and welcome to the newest episode of the Realistic Rebuilds. And as voted on by you guys, we are doing today the Green Bay Packers. A surprising team that it's taken us this long to rebuild them. But hey, what better time than now that they have a brand new head coach in Matt LaFleur. Getting rid of out with the old, in with the new, with Mike McCarthy gone. From an outsider looking in, don't know a whole lot about Mike McCarthy, but, you know, at the end of the day, and kind of what I'm going to hope to achieve in this rebuild is because we're going to assume that Aaron Rodgers is going to be our quarterback for all 5 years. Now, you know, year 4, year 5, around then, probably going to regress pretty bad, but hoping until then we can win more Super Bowls for him. It's kind of like what I say about Drew Brees and New Orleans Saints. You know, those franchises have pissed away some of the best years of a quarterback's career, and when you waste the best years of a quarterback's career, gonna have to be a little overrated. And that's kind of where I think the Green Bay Packers are. So, looking at the roster, very interesting roster. We got Aaron Rodgers, 34. That's probably the most interesting part is he going to develop still? He still has that superstar dev trait, or is he going to regress? Be interesting to see. We got Aaron Jones, my adopted son, a meme on the channel, as our starting running back. He's a quick dev. He's 23. We'll see if he can be our long-term starter running back. That's going to be the plan. Him and Jamal Williams is a two-headed running back attack. We get Davante Adams as a 92 overall, one of the best wide receivers in football, just a touchdown machine. We got Randall Cobb in the final year of his deal. He's probably going to be gone, but we still got some young wide receivers here that could step up. Geronimo Allison, 75. Valdez Scantling's a 75. Equinemius St. Brown, the pair of 265 rookies. They're going to be intriguing going forward. Maybe we don't have to spend a whole lot of money or draft picks at the wide receiver spot. We got Jimmy Graham at tight end. You know, he's all right. He'll be serviceable for the time being, but I think this is going to be a spot that we're going to look to upgrade sooner than later. Bakhtiari's debatably best tackle in football. I get that 98 overall. Corey Linsley, 83. That's not bad. He's 27, though. That's kind of like the, you know, probably for year 4, year 5, going to be needing to look at another offensive lineman. What's his def? Does he have at least a quick? He only has a normal 2. So, I don't know. We might have our rebuild center here in Lindsey. Not much there at guard. We definitely have to go big at guard sooner than later. We got Brian Bulaga, 85, which is good, but he's also 29, so not great for the, you know, the long-term status of this rebuild. And Jason Spriggs, what a bust that has turned to be. What was he, like a 2nd or 3rd round pick? Has not developed whatsoever. Defensively, got Muhammad Wilkerson, kind of turned his, I don't want to say he kind of turned his career around. He just had one down year with the Jets, and outside of that, he's been a really good D-end. But he's 28, so again, he's kind of a glorified Band-Aid at this point until we can get a younger defensive end. Same with Mike Daniels, 91, really good, but he's 29, so that's not a great age. We got to get a little bit younger. But the focal point probably of this defense, along with Jaire Alexander, is going to be Kenny Clark, 22, 90 overall. He has a star dev trait, so I mean, he's going to be a prime candidate to get himself a set of gold gloves in this rebuild. Clay Matthews, you know, he's a Packer legend, but this is probably going to be his last year. We got Blake Martinez, 83 with a quick dev, and pairing that with Jake Ryan, who's 79 with a quick dev. We got our linebackers, our 2 middle linebackers. These guys here, affordable deals. We'll lock them up long term. We got Nick Perry, 82 with a quick dev. I know a lot of Packer fans think he's kind of overrated in relation to the contract that he got, but maybe we can get him to, you know, pan out in the sim. The secondary, we got Jaire Alexander, 84 overall star dev. You know, already see him getting a set of gold gloves. Kevin King, 78 with a quick. We got Josh Jackson here, 76 quick. I'm thinking maybe about moving Josh Jackson to safety, because obviously Tramon Williams actually played, he's almost like an ageless wonder, but I'm not sure yet what we're going to do at free safety, because I know ultimately you still need 3 good corners, but I don't know yet. We'll see how well Josh Jackson's stats are in the sim, because I assume he'll also be our nickel corner, and we'll take it from there. And then at strong safety, we have Josh Jones, 75. You know, can he develop? I find for whatever reason with my sliders, safeties develop. So there's a chance Josh Jones could emerge as our long-term starter here at strong safety, which would be nice. Crosby at kicker, J.K. Scott at punter. And, of course, we got those 2 first-round picks, that first-round pick from the Saints as part of the Marcus Davenport trade. And we got that 4th-rounder from the Redskins for the HaHa Clinton Dix. I'm not exactly sure how they got that 6th, to be honest with you, but it is what it is. So can Matt LaFleur finally get this potential out of everyone else that's not Aaron Rodgers here and get the Green Bay Packers to another Super Bowl? Well, we got 5 years to find out. Let's get into it. So here we are at the midway point. It looks like LaFleur, obviously this season was in 2018 held by Mr. Mike McCarthy, but LaFleur is here 5-2. I think most Packer fans would definitely take that Aaron Rodgers is playing hot, and they are tied for first in the NFC North with the Chicago Bears. Looking at contracts. Okay, so Matthews gone. Now, Randall Cobb's interesting because he's 28, but you know $41 million, he's gonna regress. But I will actually throw some money at Muhammad Wilkerson if he will take that deal, which is nice. Jake Ryan, I would also like him back. It's not a bad deal. And then we got him. And that's about it. I mean, some of these guys, I mean, Geronimo Allison, but 14 mil for a guy that's, you know, we hope Academia St. Brown can take over. We're probably fine with this Jake Ryan and Wilkerson right now. Well, we do it every time, and, you know, anytime we can get a player that gets their gold gloves, we like to show some respect. So we have, oh, whoa! Listen, game, respect me. We have David Bakhtiari has earned himself his gold gear. Now, this is a little bit of, not necessarily of a hot take, but obviously myself and Packer fan. Oh, you can't even see the gold gloves with the spats. Get the spats off. If you're wearing the golds, you're getting the spats off, bro. And that's because of that, you're only getting gold cleats. But I know there's a big debate between me and a lot of Packer fans who's better, Lane Johnson or Bakhtiari. Bakhtiari's pretty damn good. That's all I'm going to say. So, I went into that Week 17 game against Detroit thinking we needed to win to get in the playoffs. We get smoked 31-6, and we still find a way to get into the wild card with a 9-7 record. You know, it is what it is. We had 3 really good players. I was kind of already spreading the points. Randall Cobb, who we already decided not to re-sign. We might need to. I'm pretty sure he got wide receiver of the year, which is ridiculous. But we had, actually, I won't spend these right now. These takes an extra 30 seconds. But Kevin King and Josh Jackson both got into the Pro Bowl. I think Kevin King's second year. Josh Jackson, obviously, is a rookie. Got Defensive Rookie of the Year and got that dev trade increase up to a star dev and 5 skill points to spend. So that is huge for the defense. Taking a look here at the stats, Aaron Rodgers, very good year. 4,300 yards, 38 touchdowns, did 10 interceptions. We got 835 yards, 5 TDs from Aaron Jones. Would have liked a little bit better, but again, the run game in Madden is garbage. Randall Cobb, I feel like, honestly, this is more just he was the slot wide receiver because slot wide receivers are still pretty overpowered. That's one hell of a year. 86 catches, 1,300 yards, 17 touchdowns. We might need to re-sign him. I don't know. I'd feel like that's a chump move. We're trying to keep realistic rebuilds. You're not going to let a guy like that hit free agency. Jimmy Graham had a good year. Valdez-Scantling was all right. Davante Adams, I would have thought, would have got Randall Cobb numbers. But, you know, we all know what happens when any wide receiver over 90 plays in the sim. Any wide receiver 1 in the sim does terrible for some reason because Madden 19 sucks. Looking at linebackers, boss, Jake Ryan, 138 tackles, second half, pick. Josh Jackson, 125 tackles as a corner. That's pretty good. We got 10.5 sacks, Mike Daniels, 8 from Kenny Clark. We got 4 picks, Kevin King, 3 from Jaire, 3 from Shimon, 2 from Davin House. Good amount of turnovers in the secondary. Quick look here at the yearly awards. MVP went to Tom Brady, with Aaron Rodgers coming in at number 6. Coach of the year went to Griffin Murray with, wow, we don't even make it. So disrespectful. Offensive player of the year in the NFC went to Ezekiel Elliott, with Aaron Rodgers coming in at number 5. Defensive player of the year went to Jalen Smith of the Cowboys, with Jake Ryan at 9. Offensive rookie of the year went to Saquon Barkley, Valdez-Scantling at 6. Defensive rookie of the year went to our boy Josh Jackson, actually beating out Jaire Alexander. So that's pretty good. But anytime you have 1 and 2, that's pretty juicy. And then as you see, Randall Cobb here got the wide receiver award. So we're already in the playoffs, year 1. We'll take it. We'll take this opportunity as we go to Levi's Stadium to take on the 10-6 San Francisco 49ers. And away we go. How are the Packers in the sim? I actually can't recall them. I remember in Madden 18, they went to the Super Bowl almost every year. So we're at a spot that they might not do that. It's kind of interesting. But we got that 7-0 lead. Defense is playing pretty well, shutting out Mr. Jimmy Garoppolo and Matt Breida and others on this Niners team. Let's go. Kick the field goal. Get nice points. 10-point lead in the second half. 49ers get a quick touchdown over the second half. They are starting like the much hotter team, getting 2 straight touchdowns, and our offense has gone extinct. But we get a nice little touchdown there to gain a 3-point lead, but our defense is playing not too bad. We might be able to get out of here with a victory. Oh, no, look, we're only up. Oh, we did. I thought for sure we would get cheese out of that victory. But there you go. Matt LaFleur in his first year as a Green Bay Packer coach gets the dub, 27-21. Very close matchup. Aaron Rodgers was average. Aaron Jones was all right. Wasn't pretty, but we're moving on, and we got that playoff win. All right, in the playoffs, second round, we have the Atlanta Falcons, who were really good throughout the year. But I do recall we played Atlanta, I think. Oh, I might be talking to my ass, but I feel like we beat the Falcons in the regular season. But for those of you that are Packer fans, like, hey, we didn't play Atlanta, that could very well be true. All right, not good. We are getting smoked right now. Aaron Rodgers is not playing well in the dome as we've settled for 2 field goal attempts. Come on, finish the drive. Thank you. 7. We're down 7 as we try to make a late push. Come on, let's get some of those Aaron Rodgers miracles. Down 3, but our defense is falling flat against Matt Ryan. They could not hold them out of the end zone. And we got some great late game heroics from Aaron Rodgers to march them down the field, but it's too little too late as we fall 3 points short, 30-27 against the Atlanta Falcons. Good game from Rodgers, but not good enough. This was the year, I mean, you know, anytime you have Aaron Rodgers as your quarterback, you kind of expect to make the playoffs, but do we really think we can win the Super Bowl year 1? Probably not. So that being said, let's hop into the offseason and hopefully have a killer draft with those 2 first-round picks. So looking at our draft class, we did work, son. 2 first-round picks. In the first round at pick 20, we got Noah Fant at tight end, 76 quick dev, 88 speed. Freaking nature. Freaking nature, baby. And then one of the maybe the biggest slippers. I don't know why he was still available, but Clelin Ferrell, 75 star dev defensive end, just chilling here. Hey, we'll take it. We'll take it every day of the week. And then the second round, we got Bo Benchwale, 74 normal guard. He actually might start as a rookie. And then maybe steal the draft. Chris Lindstrom from Boston College, 75 quick dev guard in the third round. We got Rashad Robinson from James Madison, 70. Sutton Smith, outside linebacker. We got Cole Tracy, the kicker from LSU, in the 7th round to be our new kicker, taking over from Mason Crosby. Outstanding 10 out of 10 draft. Considering we didn't sign anyone in free agency, we need to have a draft like this. And, yeah, you know, we're going to be good. We're even better than what we were last year. And that's the goal of a rebuild, right? So here we are at the beginning of year number 2 with our teams overall has actually dipped a little bit. We're 83 overall, 89 offense, 83 defense. On the offense, we got, you know, a couple new starters, Benchwale and Lindstrom, both rookies. Bulaga took a pretty bad regression, 4 points. I'm going to give Noah Fant the start over Jimmy Graham just because dev traits. We got Randall Cobb. We signed him back. Aaron Jones, 82. Adams is 93. I mean, no real regressions there. Nothing yet for Aaron Rodgers, which is nice. Defensively, let's see here. So, in terms of new starters, we made Josh Jackson, who got that star dev after a huge year last year, our starting free safety. Fackrell here at outside linebacker, taking over for Clay Matthews. That's probably the only disappointment from the draft and offseason was we couldn't get a decent 3-4 outside linebacker, but it is what it is. And, yeah, defense kind of feels like it's better than an 83, to be honest with you. But we'll take it. You know, we'll be underdogs right now. And as we go into year 2, trying to make the playoffs yet again. And hopefully by season's end, at minimum, I guess, looking at it from a overall standpoint, maybe get the offense into the 90s, which shouldn't be too hard. Here we are about the halfway point of year number 2 with a 3-3 record. Not where we really want to be, considering we're looking up at the Lions, who were 6-0. But then again, last year we had a garbage record and still were able to find a way to creep into the playoffs. Looking at re-signing. First up, we have Kenny Clark, 100%. Thank you very much. Get you locked up. Now, Mike Daniels, this one's going to pain some Packer fans because he is a fan favorite, but that's $40 million. We're tight against the cap. Anytime you have a contract like Aaron Rodgers on the books, you need to make conscientious decisions. And the fact that we have a star dev in Clelin Ferrell pretty much waiting to take over for Mike Daniels, that's $40 million we got to put elsewhere, like Mr. Blake Martinez, who's an 84 middle linebacker. Corey Linsley at center. He should hold his value for a little bit. We'll come back to renegotiate. Bulaga probably got to hit the market, to be honest with you, because you know what? Once the offseason hits, he's got to probably dip to a 78, 77. So, yeah, that's where we're at. So, yeah, we'll come back to the table with Corey Linsley. Everyone else, sorry. At the end of year number 2, we unfortunately finished this season hot, but it was too little too late. Once again, runners-up in the NFC North, 8-7-1. Were we close? Like, was this one of those really ugly years that were like 1, 2, 3? We're third team out. Not much to complain about there. Look at upgrades. Josh Jackson's a sim god. I can tell you right now, this is the 2nd straight year. He got +4 again. Made the Pro Bowl. Got a superstar dev trade increase. And we're pretty much dead on with whoever slot wide receiver is going to go off. We made Valdez-Scantling a slot over Randall Cobb. And look at that. Wide receiver of the year. Made the Pro Bowl and got a bonus dev trade. And then Noah Fant here at tight end. Giving him the start over Jimmy Graham could have been viewed as controversial. Ended up making the Pro Bowl and got a star dev increase. So that is 2 big gets, or 3 actually, for this team. So not all is ruined. LaFleur here got 2,700 total XP. So let's see what I want to spend it on. I'm thinking, honestly, I'm thinking that we're going to save it up and spend it on wide receiver. That's what I'm going to do. Because we got a lot of good, you got a lot of young wide receivers here, and the DBs are developing. They don't need the extra help. So Aaron Rodgers on the year, 4,700 passing yards, round up to 48, 34 touchdowns, 15 picks. Not bad. Maybe a little bit high of the interceptions. We got 1,000 yards and 13 touchdowns from Aaron Jones, 9 TDs from Jamal Williams, so a good running attack. Davante Adams, better year. I mean, anytime you get a 90 overall wide receiver, heaven forbid he goes over 1,000 yards, you need to be counting your blessings. 92 catches, 1,100 yards, 6 TDs. Noah Fant was huge. These are the kind of numbers I think in real life he could put up if he goes to the Packers in the draft. I think that's a very potential option there for the Packers. 91 catches, 930 yards, 7 TDs. Cobb obviously fell back down to earth, not playing in the slot. Valdez-Scantling, however, look, slot wide receiver of the Packers offense. It is what it is. And man, Aaron Jones. Aaron Jones finished with like 1,600 yards. And yeah, take that, man. Bunch of double-digit TDs. Jake Ryan led the team with 139 tackles, 2.5 sacks. I don't look, Josh Jackson's numbers, like the fact that he's I don't know, are tackles that important? Like that doesn't look like a bad year by any means, but doesn't look like a, hey, let's make this guy clearly like the best safety in football. Nick Perry panning out. He's starting to turn around for us, which is good. Clelin Ferrell, 10 sacks as a rookie. Good from Kenny Clark as well. And the sacks were good. The interceptions were, I mean, our good players got picks. I guess there is a positive there. Looking at the yearly awards, MVP went to Ezekiel Elliott with Aaron Rodgers coming in at number 6. NFC Offensive Player of the Year went to Ezekiel Elliott. Again, I think he got it back-to-back years. Aaron Rodgers coming in at number 3. Defensive Player of the Year went to Deion Jones. We had nobody. Offensive Rookie of the Year went to Josh Jacobs for the Carolina Panthers. Noah Fant at 2. Defensive Rookie of the Year went to Michael Jackson. Clelin Ferrell at 2 as well. So, you know, always a bridesmaid, never a bride. So that being said, I mean, we do have some money we can spend in free agency if we need to. But let's just get in the offseason and kind of forget about this year 2 blunder. All right, so looking at our free agency period here, 2 big fishes that we're going to try to land. Yannick Ngakoue, who is undersized, he would be moved to right outside linebacker. Then we got Matt LaFleur on the defensive line. We have kind of an out on Muhammad Wilkerson's contract that we gave him 2 years ago, that if we do make this signing, you know, we should be able to free up some extra cap. If not this year, next year's offseason. But getting an 86 and a 95 would be huge gets for our defense that needs to get a little bit better, especially up front. All right, and from that very successful offseason where we got both Yannick Ngakoue and Matt LaFleur, here's another outstanding draft because we use the 2019 that's real. I have yet to finally complete my 2020, so we had to use random Madden draft prospects, and we modified the really good ones that I think will be immediate contributors into real players. So in the first round, we got Lucas Niang from TCU, 73 star dev tackle. Originally, I drafted, and I actually kind of took a hit on this. He was just like he was a left guard that was an 80 overall, but you know, we needed a right tackle, so it would have moved there you know, anyways. So taking the 1-point hit doesn't really matter. Second round, you know, just in case Lindsley starts to decline a little bit, we got Nate Sampe, 79 quick dev. Probably will lose that quick dev sooner than later. Maybe we can find a way to get him involved on the offensive line. That was a good pick. Then we got London Kendall out of Michigan State in the 3rd round, 78 normal. 4th round, we got a 71 middle linebacker. Another 4th round pick that we made a real prospect, Trajan Bandy from the U, 76 quick. Good chance, very good chance actually, he becomes our starting nickel corner. We got a 72 running back here, Stoutmatter. Didn't attend the combine, so I kind of took a risk here. Great speed, maybe a good compliment at some competition with Jamal Williams to be the backup behind Aaron Jones. And then we got a 75 overall fullback, because why not? Why not get another Michigan State prospect? Maybe we got a nice scouting report from Perrin Crow, but you know, the Green Bay offense feels weird without having a John Kuhn type, so I think Malcolm Keel can be that. So an outstanding draft class. Like, what's that? That's like an average overall of like a 75, 76 for all of our picks. We also were able to trade a couple picks, get future picks, 10 out of 10 draft. Now let's get into the back into the season. Let's win a Super Bowl. Note up year number 3, we have a very good team, strongest team so far. 87 overall with a 91 offense and an 89 defense. Looking at any changes, any big-time progressions, I mean, we got Aaron Rodgers still holding on to his good rating. Davante Adams is a 95. Valdez-Scantling, I mean, pretty much, that's the glitch. That's probably going to be the goddamn title of the video, is whoever's the slot wide receiver here in Green Bay goes off. We actually took Sampe, who was going to be our backup center, and we moved him to left guard. We actually got a 1-point increase from a 79 center to an 80 guard, so we'll take that. We got Niang, our first-round draft pick, will be starting at right tackle. No more Brian Bulaga. No Fant in 82 after an exceptional rookie year. Defensively, we got Ioannidis here at one of the defensive end spots, along with Kenny Clark and Mo Wilkerson. Secondary, we got Jaire Alexander, 95. Kevin Kingston, 87. We got Bandy to be our nickel, 76. Josh Jackson at safeties, a 93. Jones is developing nice. Linebacking core is really good, and obviously Yannick Ngakoue went from a 95 DN to a 92 outside linebacker. But let's be honest, we're not going to have him drop back in coverage. We're going to bring the goddamn pain. So what do I feel we're going to be? Again, definitely a playoff caliber team. I feel like anytime your team's like over the 85 overall threshold, you should consistently challenge for the playoffs. And that should be the case here for this squad, as we have another prime year of Aaron Rodgers. So we are roughly about the midway point of year number 3, and we have a ugly 3-4 record, which is not great, but at least everyone in the NFC North is kind of sucking, and we're right in the hunt still. Look at contracts here. There's a reason why we've been kind of conscientious about spending, because there's a lot of money that we're going to want to lock up here in some influential players. Josh Jones, Aaron Jones, Kevin King, and Bakhtiari are all players that we definitely have in our big plans. First up is Bakhtiari. We got him locked up nice. Kevin King, that's not a brutal deal. Aaron Jones, $27 million for a running back. A little expensive, but we'll do it. And then we got Josh Jones at strong safety. You got a dev trade increase somewhere. And, of course, there's always one asshole that wants to hold out, but we'll be able to lock out a deal with him. And, yeah, man, keep everyone in-house. And what a way to finish the season. We turned it around and ended up not only winning the NFC North, but securing that first-round bye, which is, I was not expecting that. Looking at our player upgrades, 2 big ones to talk about. First up, Noah Fant, who's been unreal since he's been here. Got the superstar dev trade increase, made his 2nd straight Pro Bowl. He has been a phenom, and there we go again. To continue with the narrative that whoever is the slot wide receiver on the Packers is glitched. Valdez-Scantling was our slot wide receiver. Got that star dev, got his 2nd Pro Bowl. Let's find out what his stats were, but there you go. That's the first glitch, because it's not worked everywhere. I thought that was fixed this year. That was like one of the positives. I was like, all right, well, whoever you put your slot wide receiver in Madden 19, it's not like the last couple years. Madden 18, Madden 17, where whoever's your wide receiver 3 always has better stats. That's more often the case than not here in Madden 19, but it's not nearly as prevalent, I think, as other years. But definitely here in this Green Bay Packer offense, man, this is ridiculous. Aaron Rodgers went off. 4,700 passing yards, 40 touchdowns, 15 picks. Would be nice to see if he got himself an MVP, because he seems to win it a lot. It would be nice to get at least one in this rebuild. 820 yards, 7 TDs from Aaron Jones, who got himself a new contract. On the receiving front, Cobb had a good year, 97 catches, just under 1,000 yards. Over 1,000 yards, 9 TDs from Adams, 866 and 8 from Noah Fant. And there you go. 75 catches, 1,100 yards, and 12 touchdowns from MVS. You know what I'm going to do next year? No, actually, well, I don't know. But I'm going to try to put someone else at wide receiver 3. Maybe. If not, I'm not going to handicap my team for the sake of an experiment. But we can go out and make, like, you know, St. Brown, just for whatever reason, like a 73. Make him our slot wide receiver. See if his stats go off. I might need to try that out. Defensively, Jake Ryan led the team with 101 tackles, 6 sacks as well. We get 8 sacks, 20 TFLs from Kenny Clark, who's very close to getting his gold gloves. We'll probably get it next year. Outside of that, though, man, Ngakoue, definitely for how much money we paid for him in free agency, expecting more, but maybe this is just a learning curve going from DN to outside linebacker. We got a couple picks here. It's acceptable. Yearly awards, MVP. What's Aaron Rodgers? There we go. We got ourselves finally an MVP award. They're few and far between here in the rebuilds. Do we get Coach of the Year? Let's see. No, we didn't. Lost out to Doug Marrone. Offensive Player of the Year in the NFC went to Todd Gurley. Aaron Rodgers at number 2. Defensive Player of the Year went to Bobby Wagner. We had Jake Ryan at 5. And obviously, you know, these are fake rookies, so who cares? Well, we got the MVP. We got that first round bye. And in year 3, in the divisional round, we're going to be taking on, oh, surprise, surprise, just like you face them every goddamn year, the 10-6 Rams. Do we have any 99s to talk about? Not really. So let's get in this game at Lambeau against the Rams. All right, let's try to get Matt LaFleur's first playoff win as a coach, but it's always difficult going up against the Rams because they're the Rams, and anytime any team, we've already talked about this in depth, why it happens, why you always see the Rams and the Cowboys, is because the Madden team helped them out and gave them a bunch of maybe unjust quick dev traits so that when I bump up my XP sliders, they're the teams that benefit the most from them. But looks like, man, our offense is struggling. It's a snow game and they're from LA. Come on. How are they moving the ball against us? Like, we are not doing anything. We are barely getting above or across even the 50-yard line. This is pathetic. Good job, Aaron Rodgers. Playing like the MVP, bud. Playing like the MVP. I think we got across the 50 3 times this game. Unbelievable. Well, it's already pretty clear right now. We're going to take this to a year 5. It's not going to do anything until I can take over the team, as that was definitely an underperformance to say the least. Goff didn't do much, so I assume Todd Gurley just destroyed our team. Yeah, that'll do it to you. That'll do it to you. All right, let's get to the offseason. So this offseason, I knew we had a lot of, impending free agents of our own team that I knew we were going to try to re-sign and then set everything up for a year 5 Super Bowl bust. So we didn't sign anyone in free agency. Our draft was really, really good. I felt like, at this point, probably don't need to modify any of the players. But we had a very intriguing draft. We had Jordan Byers here, quarterback. I mean, we're still going to be going with Aaron Rodgers. I guess maybe there's a chance if Aaron Rodgers doesn't want to re-sign, we might need to go somewhere. But he just looked like he was a stud. I didn't think he was going to be this good. 79 superstar. He was the 2nd or 3rd best player in the draft, and we got him at what, like bottom end, last 5 picks. Really good looking prospect. I guess if we're doing a longer rebuild, this would make things very, very intriguing, because now you're kind of looking with an Aaron Rodgers, Brett Favre situation, but except it was Jordan Byers for another Michigan State. We are just shout out to the Spartans hooking us up. But Jordan Byers is kind of the Aaron Rodgers to Aaron Rodgers now being the Brett Favre. Second round, we got wide receivers. We got Conrad. We got the 73 linebacker, 74 wide receiver. I'm debating just putting one of these guys in the slot just to see for experiment's sake. Because it's year 4, we kind of could throw it away. And Randall Cobb's kind of old. I think that's what we're going to do. I don't know which one yet. I mean, Morgan Conrad, 75 quick out of UNLV, is probably more suited to be a slot. But this guy here, Reed Wolf from Northern Iowa, 6'4", 230. Bringing in 88 speed, 83 catching, 88 short route running. Got great spectacular catch, great jump ball ability. I don't know yet. We'll probably go with Conrad. We got just a couple more filler guys. And look at this. 4th round, Ellis Clinton, 77 overall running back from Rice. Excellent value. All 70s plus. We just dominate the drafts. Man, this is something that I miss. For like 90% of the rebuild so far, I've been using my draft classes. Year 1, year 2, year 3. And I try to make them as realistic as possible. And it's just nice being back to the Madden created classes. So that being said, very good offseason as we head into year number 4. Going out of preseason before we preview our roster, we do have a gold glove ceremony going to Mr. Kenny Clark at defensive tackle. Gets that 99. He's been very, very good for us. And I think in real life, a lot of people are now starting to consider him one of the best young defensive tackles in football. I really did like him when he was coming out of UCLA. I thought maybe it was a little bit of reach. I currently had a 2nd round grade on him. He went in the 1st round to the Packers, but he has been very, very good. So congratulations, young man, on your gold gear. So from his gold gloves, let's preview the roster. 88 overall. I think that's 1 point better than what we were last year. 91 offense, 91 defense. Bakhtiari's a 99. Corey Lindsey's starting to regress just a little bit at center. Everyone else, though, has just got better. Noah Fant up to an 88. Davante Adams, 96. Aaron Jones, 87. Aaron Rodgers, 94. Valdez Scantling, 85. And we're going to be going with Conrad as our slot wide receiver just to prove that all of our slot wide receivers are glitched out in this rebuild. And I'm going to hopefully see double-digit touchdowns for Conrad. On the defensive side, we are a 91. We look pretty decent. We'll put Clelin Ferrell there at defensive end. Matt Ioannidis, Kenny Clark. We got Jaire Alexander, who's 1 point away. He'll get his gold glove sooner than later. And I assume the same can be said here for Josh Jackson, the former corner, now moved to free safety. Perry's starting to regress a little bit, but I'm not too worried about that. Martinez and Ryan are nice, and Ngakoue there, 94. So a very, very good team. And actual shout out to J.K. Scott, who's already up to an 88 overall as a punter for a very decent special teams unit. Here in year 4, looking to make it back-to-back NFC North titles. Well, that was quick. He is phenomenal. I think, he was my favorite corner last year. Well, I guess it's in real life. The 2018 draft class, Jaire Alexander out of Louisville. I think my exact quote was, he's like the equivalent of what Lamar Jackson was for that offense, except on the defensive side. And he tested very, very well in the combine. And I will be completely honest with you, I was frustrated as hell when the Green Bay Packers was able to select him, because I thought, hey, he'd be a great fit on maybe the Philadelphia Eagles, my favorite team that struggles with drafting and developing cornerbacks. He looks like a future stud. And here we go. Congratulations. Another gold gloves. We are roughly at the midway point of year number 4 with a 4-4 record, which is not great, but we're just 1 game back here to the Detroit Lions in the NFC North, so it could be worse. But here's why we didn't spend in free agency, because I do. Jaire Alexander, Davante Adams, Josh Jackson, J.K. Scott, Valdez Scantling, all are going to want new contracts, and obviously we still have Aaron Rodgers, big old fatty on the books. So there's a chance we're going to be pushing it pretty damn tight. We got the two big dogs locked up. Let's see. We got Josh Jackson. We're going to have to come back with him. You know what? We'll chuck some money here at the punter if he'll take it. Oh, we're not getting bent over. I'll tell you right now. We're not getting bent over by a damn punter. We got Valdez Scantling locked up. So, yeah. We'll come back with Josh Jackson and J.K. Scott. Man, screw you, bud. Screw you. And at the end of year number 4, failed to make the playoffs with a 9-7 record. What was crazy is Byers got like +4 on the year, just sitting there being a backup. I guess picking the brain of Aaron Rodgers will do that. And look at the stats here. Aaron Rodgers still, look, he's not slipping. He's going to be our quarterback. 4,500 yards, 34 touchdowns, 17 picks. And the picks are kind of high, but, you still had second most passing touchdowns in the NFL. We got 850 yards, 8 TDs from Aaron Jones. Let's look at the receiving. Look at Conrad. Put him in the slot. 1 yard short of 1,000 yards, 10 touchdowns. He was a 76 overall, which is crazy. Fant had a little bit of a down year. Davante Adams was good. Valdez Scantling was good. A lot of touchdowns here thrown. We got 6 to some of our backups, which is a little weird. Defensively, 113 tackles from Jake Ryan, 6 sacks, which is good. 7.5 from Ferrell, 7 from Yannick Ngakoue. We got decent pressure and actually a little bit lackluster in the turnovers, considering we have multiple 90s in the secondary. Matt Ryan got the MVP award. Aaron Rodgers came in at number 6. We got Offensive Player of the Year went to Ezekiel Elliott. Aaron Rodgers at number 8. Defensive Player of the Year went to Khalil Mack of the Bears. Jake Ryan coming in at number 7. So not a great year, but one of the common trends we've seen in all the rebuilds here in Madden 19 is that year 4 is always a crapshoot. For whatever reason, it's always a down year. So, hey, let's get ready for that year 5 Super Bowl bust that we pretty much predicted we were going to have to take it to and then eventually control this team to have a chance at winning a Super Bowl. Looking at free agency, we had no money. There's Bradley Chubb was here, an outside linebacker. That's kind of what we need. We didn't have enough money to go after him, but we're going for the second best option, which is Jaire Alexander, who is actually a little bit better of a scheme fit for our squad. And as you can see, put in a very staggering bid to make sure we get him, and really I think that will complete our defense. So after we completed the signing of Jaire Alexander, here was our draft, which ultimately I simmed a little bit of it after we made our 3rd round pick, but it was an all right draft. In the 3rd round here, we got Pat Ferrell from Florida, the greatest footballing school of all time. But I mean, this guy's a freak. 91 speed at 6'5", 225. Yes, sir. We got a middle linebacker here. We just got another. It was a strong draft class for these tall, lanky wide receivers. So we pretty much just pulled like a Equanimeous St. Brown and a Martez Valdez Scantling here. But ultimately this whole offseason was about getting that other edge rusher, which we did get in Jaire Alexander, to make this year 5 Super Bowl or bust push. Let's get into it. Year 5 Super Bowl or bust time is here, and our team is clearly hitting its peak. 92 overall with a 93 offense, 95 defense. Players are starting to progress though. Aaron Rodgers is down a point. Bakhtiari is down 3. Everyone else has gone up, which is great. Davante Adams stayed even at 96. We got Aaron Jones, 88. I mean, really good offense. Really good offense. I think ultimately looking back on it, you could say Noah Fant and Valdez Scantling were probably the 2 players. I guess Aaron Jones to an extent that we kind of stuck with, and they developed really, really nicely for the offense. On the defensive side, 95 overall. Let's see. So, well, obviously, Clelin got up to a 99. We drafted Ferrell. Jaire Alexander's been incredible. Same with Kevin King, getting up to a 91, low-key. Josh Jones, 89. Jackson will get his gold gloves. Let's see, how close is he? He'll get it probably week 2, so get ready for that little tidbit. Josh Jackson, it was. Jaire Landry, 88. We brought him in to go with Ngakoue, who's a 95. And Martinez and Ryan have been pretty solid for us in the interior. So, again, Green Bay is a team that you don't have to do a whole lot of heavy drafting. Just develop your players with the appropriate sliders. That being said, it's year 5 Super Bowl or bust. So I'm sure we'll be back talking about Josh Jackson's quick, but an efficient Gold Glove ceremony as we hopefully get to a first-round bye and ultimately a Super Bowl championship. Well, it took 1 week. It took 1 week for Josh Jackson, the man that we saw at corner. What was he? He started out as like a 77, 78, maybe quick dev. And we got him into a 99 overall free safety. There was a point in time, man, when Josh Jackson was regarded as one of the best corners in college football, but a bad 40-yard dash time. Had some people say, hey, maybe he's good, maybe not good enough to be an outside corner in the National Football League, so maybe we're going to have to put him at safety. Looks like the Green Bay Packers are uncertain about that decision, but we made that in full confidence here in this rebuild, and he has definitely shown. Maybe not so much with interceptions, because, I mean, for whatever reason, our high 90s overall players haven't been getting like 4, 5, 6 interceptions. That's just kind of what it is. But congrats, Mr. Josh Jackson, on your gold gloves. And at the end of year number 5, here we go. First round bye, as expected. Well, maybe not as expected, but 97-97. Our team's up to a 95 overall, 10-6. So that is our second NFC North title in this rebuild. Aaron Rodgers was very good. 4,400 passing yards, almost 4,500 passing yards, 35 touchdowns, and 9 picks. As Jordan Byers' backups already developed into, I think he's 89 overall. So this was a longer rebuild. This would definitely be an interesting storyline. Run game, a little bit non-existent there from Aaron Jones. On the receiving standpoint, there we go. There's our slot wide receiver going off, regardless of what his rating is. But look at that, 1,000 yards, 9 TDs from Noah Fant, almost 100 catches. Nice year from MVS. Davante Adams, 100-plus catches, 1,100 yards, and 5 TDs. Defensively, Blake Martinez, 125 tackles, 10.5 sacks from Landry, 10 from Ngakoue, 8 from Kenny Clark. So we're getting a lot of pressure after the quarterback. Interceptions are down a little bit, but that's still not terrible, somewhat acceptable. MVP, Matt Ryan, Tyree Jackson, Lamar Jackson, the Jackson guys. Jackson 5 up here, but Aaron Rodgers coming in at number 7. NFC Offensive Player of the Year went to Matt Ryan, with Aaron Rodgers coming in at number 3. We got Defensive Player of the Year went to Deion Jones. Blake Martinez coming in at number 6. So that being said, very successful season. As in the division round, hey, is it going to be the Rams? Oh, it's the Seahawks this time. All right. We got the Seattle Seahawks at Lambeau in the NFC divisional round in a Super Bowl or bust type year. Oh my God. I hate that shit though. I did not call that spin move, and if he didn't do that spin move, that would have been a touchdown. Aaron Jones has been running like a man possessed on this drive, so there's no way we're not going to let him try to C4 special. And then as my adopted son, let's see if he can make me proud, as he does, as he evades the tackle and goes in untouched. I don't think, for some, man, I'm surprised they haven't made like the Lambeau leap, a celebration here. But, you know, it's Madden, so there's certain limitations you need to expect as the Packers go up 7-zip. Oh, let's go. Good blocking. Get him to bite. Get him to bite. Oh, and they do. It's the backup Clelin, who was like our 5th-round pick from a year ago. We're just running it all over them. Goddamn road graders up front. All right, we're going to sim this one out. As you can see, we got 3-score lead. That's usually when I try and call the dogs off. But, I mean, you know, it's probably just time for us to start choking. But it's looking pretty good right now. Looking like almost a foregone conclusion that we will win. As there you go. That should be it. Because Green Bay gets the big-time dub in front of their home fans at Lambeau Field. That is definitely not Pete Carroll, but Russell Wilson is still the quarterback, as Aaron Rodgers is able to command this Green Bay Packers squad to a victory and to a NFC Championship game. But ultimately, for me, Aaron Jones gets the game ball. Every time we touched the ball, he was just breaking tackles. I assume he probably has the fight for extra yards trait, which I think is almost a crutch trait to have for all your running backs. If not, they're just going to get bad animations, as he had 79 yards on the day. So we're moving on to the championship round. Oh, what a bomb. Oh, yeah. How fitting that in the way of Aaron Rodgers making the Super Bowl is the team that he is undoubtedly the Dallas Cowboy killer. The Dallas Cowboys, clearly. That's awesome. Let's go. Getting buck wild. Noah Fant. Oh, my God. Run him over. Oh, yeah. Aaron Rodgers. Unbelievable run. All right, it's been a long drive. Second and goal on the 6. Aaron Rodgers drops back. Gets a pretty good pocket, but that is actually really good coverage. Don't matter. Got too much time. Davante Adams, touchdown. Oh, what a throw. Noah Fant wide. Oh, my, Noah Fant's getting close to 200 yards, but that is just only a throw Aaron Rodgers can make. All right, so the Cowboys just had a turnover. So we have the ball on their 2 with 5 seconds left. Now, this is kind of risky because this is all or nothing, but we'll trust Aaron Jones here with the C4 special, as we do, and it's probably game. We're probably going to be able to sim out the second half, which is great because it's the weekend. And the less time that we have to put forth to just beat up on the... Oh, okay. They turned on the Mario Kart catch-up rule. Very nice. Oh, there you go. Very easy as Mr. Aaron Jones. Second touchdown. Rocks the baby to sleep, and that baby's the state of Dallas as the Green Bay Packers are heading to the Super Bowl. I haven't paid attention to the ticker. Is Mr. Clapper there? Good effort, boys. Good effort, boys. Give me a new contract, Mr. Jaire Jones. I wasn't paying attention to the ticker. I don't know who we're playing, but I'll tell you right now, Noah Fant is a freak of nature. I think he had 200 and some yards in that game, just picking on Leighton Vander Esch and those linebackers there for the Dallas Cowboys. As we move on, 35-21, Aaron Rodgers continues to earn that nickname, the Dallas Cowboy Killer, as we are heading to the Super Bowl. Oh my God, Noah Fant. Might be the best tight end I think we've ever had. He is so good. I think we've used him in rebuilds before, and he was good too. He's just the ultimate mismatch. Green Bay Packers, in real life, this upcoming draft, you have 2 first-round picks. Just do what C4 do, and you get to the Super Bowl again. Oh, come on, Aaron. Come on, Aaron. Hey, there we go. We didn't need even John Elway ourselves into the end zone. Gets in there untouched, ties this game up at 14. But our defense needs to step it up. Houston's got a touchdown, seemingly with no resistance on their first 2 drives. Second goal from the 4, 14-14 ball game. Come on. Come on. Come on. We'll scramble. We'll extend the play. There's not much there as we eat a sack from Clowney. Got to be smarter with the ball there. I mean, he could have been worse. Could have forced it in, but I feel like throw it away. Don't eat a sack. But it takes us to a 2-minute warning. 3rd and goal. We're clearly at this point probably got to settle for a field goal if we don't make it, but I want Noah Fant to get the ball. He has been incredible these last 2 games. He is my favorite target to go to. And let's see if he can get open. Now, he doesn't, but we chuck it to the A guy. Gets that stupid wall tackle animation, which puts us in a 4th and goal from the 3. I'm too ballsy. It's that couple years Philly had Chip Kelly as our head coach. I see 4th down and goal. Obviously, we got Doug Pearson too. It's just that eagle mentality, and we're going for it. Oh, let's go! Aaron Jones, my son. I appreciate you. I love you, dog. Let's get this Super Bowl for you. Well, they scored an instant touchdown, and we followed it up with a pretty shit pick. Xavier Howard. Great. All right, they got another touchdown super quick. That is... no... Okay, that interception was bad, but every drive except one, they've got a touchdown. And I would say 6 plays or less. So we're going to need a little bit of cheese on our own to help combat this. Oh, right there. Boom. Too easy. No Fant. Freaking nature. Tie this up at 28-28. Very high scoring Super Bowl. Oh, let's go Noah Fant. Come on, Noah Fant. Oh my God. He is he's the greatest tight end of all time. Here we go. Victory formation for the 2nd Super Bowl of a man, I think along the lines with Dan Marino, can be considered the most talented quarterback in NFL history. I'm looking at the stadium, man. Is this the... Did we just beat them in their own stadium? State Farm? I have no idea if that's actually theirs or not. But, hey, we got the Super Bowl, and Noah Fant's a freak. Noah Fant had 209 yards, 2 touchdowns in the championship game. I assume we'll see his Super Bowl MVP performance here. Stat line in just 1 second. I think over 200 yards again. I think maybe 3 touchdowns. Just a freak of nature at tight end. Deshaun Watson can't believe it. Are we going to see the MVP? Aaron Jones also had a really good game. I think he was very close to 100 yards. Had that insane C4 special on 4th down. Well, yeah, but we don't show MVP. At least we see some highlights here. Seen from the 2 games. I mean, obviously, couldn't be possible without Aaron Rodgers slinging the rock like he does. But Noah Fant was absolutely incredible. There's just no way the Texans were going to be able to cover him on this day. And there we go. Noah Fant, Super Bowl MVP. Come on, put a stat line there. No? Okay, cool. It's Bakhtiari and Whitney Merciless. Dab it up. But there we go. Another successful rebuild here in the channel. I think we're... I don't know yet. Probably maybe next week we'll have an official score of wins, loss, or how many successful rebuilds to fails. But I know right now I'm pretty confident saying that we have more wins than fails this year. Considering looking at Madden 18, where we had a lot more losses than wins, we'll take it. So I hope you guys did enjoy this rebuild of the Green Bay Packers. We're going to be looking at doing a AFC team next. I think we might only have the Jacksonville Jaguars left. So that might be next week's rebuild. I don't know yet. But let me know in the comment section below what team you want to see next week, and I'll try my best to get to it. As always, if it's your first time stopping by, don't be afraid to hit that subscribe button. Smash the like button if you enjoyed. And as always, until next time, guys, it's C4 saying peace out.
Money I'm spending, I'm out and I'm shopping. You talking that shit, well you talking and talking. Look at my options, look at me dropping. Ass in the game, like who are you stopping? Not me, not me, not never. Not me, not me, not never. Not me, not me, not never. I'm way too clever. Look at the kid, Mr. Consistent, I'm doing it big. Way too persistent on taking your bitch. Here comes a